Because at the end of the day, it is the public that will turn this case around. Because all the major press freedom organizations and human rights organizations are now on board supporting our fight. The only resolution that we want is for Julia to be freed.
Der isländische Enthüllungsjournalist Kristinn Hrafnsson galt lange Zeit als zweiter Mann hinter Julian Assange. Er war von 2010 bis 2017 der Sprecher von Wikileaks und wurde 2018 zum Chefredakteur. Was aus dem vorherigen Chefredakteur wurde, wissen wir. 2010 bekam er noch die höchste Journalismusauszeichnung Islands, doch schon bald darauf hatte er das Fadenkreuz der US-Geheimdienste auf sich. Welch Überraschung. Uns gab er ein kurzes Interview in London, was zeigt, dass es ihm um die Sache geht, dass er auch unabhängige Medienformate wie unseres schätzt und sich nicht nur vor große TV-Kameras stellt. Jetzt für euch mit deutscher Übersetzung der Wikileaks-Chefredakteur Kristinn Hrafnsson.
Der Chefredakteur von Wikileaks ist jetzt hier live für uns. Hi, wonderful to have you here. What is your feeling today?
Well, it's a mixed feeling. It's the gravity of the situation, of course, is not escaping me. I was so sad to hear at the beginning of the trial here that Julian could not attend because of health concerns. But I'm really heartened by the strong show of support outside the courtroom. This is the biggest turnout that we've seen in the proceedings so far. And it's an indication that people are taking note, understanding the severity and the seriousness of the case. And that has an impact. That really matters. Because at the end of the day, it is the public that will turn this case around. As usual when it comes to political prisoners. If they're not to die in prison, like Navalny did in Russia, you need to raise your voice and get politicians on board to stop this travesty.
We have heard much support in the last weeks, especially. So the support is growing in Europe, in Australia. Do you feel it has an impact when this many voices start to speak out?
I don't know that whether it's going to have an impact or not, but we must hope that in our democratic societies that the strong voices will have some leverage in the outcome. And considering the fact that there is such a strong now total support in Australia in the demand for the end of this, bipartisan majority in Canberra in the Parliament, Prime Minister speaking out. We have world leaders in other parts of the world speaking out for Julian. The pressure is immense, but the resistance is strong, obviously, because otherwise it would have Julian would have been freed already. But we need to ask people to step it up to the level that it cannot be avoided, and the only resolution that we want is for Julia to be freed.
I see many international media, so I think maybe they start to begin to realize that it's not only about his freedom of speech or his press freedom, but it's important for all of them. Do you feel that that in the media the tide is turning to the positive side for Assange?
Yeah, we have a strong indication that there is finally a general understanding of the importance of this case for press freedom globally and for the mainstream media as well. So therefore, they are now on board and at least listening and reporting and taking interest, which was not the case before. So globally, the media is watching, and especially you notice in countries where they, in living memory, have episodes and knowledge and experience of dictatorship and attack on press freedom, for example, in Latin America and elsewhere. But this is a growing understanding, and of course, all the major press freedom organizations and human rights organizations are now on board supporting our fight. So the understanding is getting there. More is needed.
Yeah. Just one last question. The people I've talked to here, they have hope that it's gonna end positive. what will happen tomorrow if it does not end positive, the trial tomorrow?
Well, we don't know if it's going to end tomorrow, whether the judges will decide immediately or whether they will take a break to deliver, sort of dwell on the arguments and give the verdict later. But yeah, well, hope. Of course, I have hope as the people outside here. I have hope for justice. But I've learned throughout the battle now that is almost 14-year-old. It's been going on for 14 years. That you cannot rely on hope alone.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.